I do.
Think so?
She had some crazy air buffs, which gives her insane mobility, especially when it comes to with bombs.
Yes.
And I could see that playing a really big role in regards to recovery. And also her jabs combo into each other.
Oh, yeah.
They combo into each other, finally. But forget about Samus. It's going to be all about either Sheik or Cloud, because it's going to be to the north, Karna versus Ponyboy. And it looks like we're going to be seeing the Sheik actually for this game, which will be very, very exciting. I remember Karna, you know, he has a couple of characters. When Cloud came out, he was labbing a lot of Cloud. He's very famously said on a lot of different occasions, y'all don't know about my Marth. And it's true. And it's true. We really don't know about his Marth. But you know, his Marth is really solid as well. But what the character that I think has really struck fear into a lot of players in the DFW area that gave him this iron hold grasp on DFW all the way until he actually ended up leaving to go back to Houston was this Sheik.
Definitely. Yeah, I will be very interested to see what he can come up with the new changes to the various things that have happened to Peach in this Sheik, rather, in this latest patch.
And while Karna has this incredibly impressive record overall when it comes to his performances at Shockwave, the areas where he has struggled, where he hasn't really been able to I guess, like, perform as optimally as he would have hoped, always coincides with whenever a new patch comes out, right? Because the character is just tweaked just enough to the point where it's a bit different. It's a bit more difficult for him to you know, figure out exactly what he needs to do. But it's like riding a bike, right? He needs a couple of times. He'll fall down a couple of times. Maybe he'll be out for a week or two. But right after that, he's right back taking first place consistently. But I want to see if, with all the practice that he's been putting in, with all the time that's passed, if he's able to adapt on the fly like a lot of top players are able to do so. If he's etched himself, or if he's just still that kind of player who just needs that little extra amount of time to get adjusted to those new patches.
Yeah, Karna is a player who's traditionally been like a very instinctive player. Relying more on, you know, like his raw emotions and like what he feels he should be doing in certain situations, rather than, you know, like the sort of the intellectual side and like the kind of like the book smarts. So definitely makes sense that that sort of style would have a little bit of a hitch whenever things get, you know, screwed up. The instincts, you know, not quite right and need to get tweaked a little bit here and there.
And I know a lot of folks in chat are like, a Sheik Ditto? I would rather watch paint dry. But trust me, just watch Karna's Sheik. It is absolutely beautiful. And I think in the Ditto in particular, you're going to really see him start flexing. Ponyboy, I wish I could have so much to say about him as well, but the truth is, like, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think I've really seen him come out all that often to a Shockwave, and if he has, he hasn't been able to actually make it on stream. So I just don't know what to say. And from Ponyboy, I'm really hoping for the best, because truth be told, Karna was in his exact situation where he just kind of came out of nowhere and he made such big waves, and I would love to see something like that from Ponyboy as well. But enough introductions. Game number 1 on Smashville, and it's going to be Karna versus Ponyboy. Now, Karna already, you know, making the most of the fact that forward throw is going to be sending his opponents even closer with this most recent patch. But Ponyboy, an error on recovery, and that's going to cost him an initial stock in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, very, very bad position. You definitely don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be behind against Sheik. Actually, approaching her can be very, very difficult, and it's also going to compound a little bit because Sheik also has difficulty finishing a stock off. So Ponyboy is going to have a very, very hard time finding the openings necessary.
It's a bit harder now, I think, to link with the up air after at those kill percents, right? Off of the down throw?
Yes. Yeah, there's still like a small window where it will legitimately combo, but since it's gotten more knockback growth, that window is a little bit smaller, and the 50-50 I think won't be quite as effective.
Right. So, and that's a really big nerf in my eyes.
Yes.
Sheik, I think, is a character who the scariness of the character is a slope, right?
Yeah.
Like an X squared sort of slope, where it's like really strong at first, and then it kind of tapers off as like the percents go higher and higher. But what makes Karna so good is just the variety of setups he really has. He doesn't always need that down throw up air. He didn't really always need that 50-50. He was just so good at using a great positioning and great call-outs to get things like early bouncing fishes to take stocks. Ponyboy, though, I think he's not doing too bad given the fact that he had that SD. Kind of hanging in there, but ooh, just barely able to make it back on stage, and with a nice amount of stage control as well. However, the bouncing fish.
Yeah, a little bit too high. Karna will definitely take advantage of that force spacing. That is one thing to note. Karna was trying there, using the down smash to presumably cover the standing directly up from the ledge. Sheik's down smash actually was buffed a little bit, so it does have a little bit more knockback. Will probably be a little bit more viable as a move to actually finish your opponent's stock off.
Off to the next game. And I think they're just going to agree. Oh, no, actually changing things up here to Town and City. A bit of a comfortability pick here. And this is a stage with a bit of a higher ceiling, right?
A little bit smaller than that.
Sorry. A little wider blast zones. A little bit skinnier on the top. That's what I meant to say. Apologies. Words are hard sometimes, but
yes, they are.
But also, what's hard? Finding openings on Karna. That was about 70% of damage before Ponyboy was able to find his final openings. And just the way that Karna is playing, putting on so much pressure initially, so that Ponyboy gets scared whenever he gets touched by anything. Baiting out the air dodge before, and that time no air dodge, and Karna's like, okay, here's when I push the button, and here's when I get another bouncing fish. 119%, and right there, the weight comes again. So literally, he was changing up the tempo back and forth there.
Yes.
Initially, he waits out, and he punishes the air dodge. And then Ponyboy says, okay, I'm not going to air dodge, and he punishes that.
Then he gets bouncing fish.
And then he's like, okay, this time I'm going to air dodge, and then he punishes that. So the way that Karna's mind works, the way that he's able to just basically string together so much damage so far and make it feel like Ponyboy has just no options. It just feeds so perfectly into his playstyle. I've talked to this man so many times, and what he says makes him feel better than anything else in the world is when he's playing someone and they literally say, it feels like I cannot do anything right
yes.
now. And looking at this game right now, the way that Karna has just been putting out so much damage, I wish I could say more about Ponyboy, but this match has just been so one-sided from the word go.
Yeah, this is going to be about the percents where Karna is going to be looking for. It gets the 50-50 at the appropriate percents. That'd be sealed the stock. A very low 44% win from Karna.
Karna just continues to look so scary. Even if he took a break from the DFW scene, it's very clear that he has just leveled up in his time in Houston.
Absolutely.
What a monster, man. What a monster. I'm scared for Cosmos.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately scared for Cosmos. I'll be honest, right? Like I look at Cosmos and he's like reaching those statuses where like I see people like starting to nip at the heels, and you start having those questions of maybe it is just the character, but then he's just like, no, it's not, and he kicks it into overdrive and he just like comes out and he just consistently wins. So for me, like that's like the big matchup. It's Karna versus Cosmos. That's like the big one. And like we said, they don't have. I don't think I could ask him. Cosmos, have you ever played Karna before, like in tournament? Yeah. Okay. So they've played together before, but never with Cosmos coring. That's the big one.
Yes.
That's the big one. And you know, not to say that Cosmos wasn't scary before, but
of course, yeah.
Especially with this character and how well he's synergized with the character in the toolset, he's just elevated into like this entirely new level. I really do want to see how we would compare with people like Rio and Ryuga? I think that Ryuga's the other one. That would be really, really cool to see if we could just see like a Korin round robin.
That would be awesome, yeah.